Yes guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Now we know that most diets fail. That's not because people are lazy or because they're unmotivated or they're not consistent. It's because the diet tends to set them up for failure by not being sustainable in the first place. Now in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why most people rebound after a diet, and I'm going to take you through my 5-step strategy that helps you stay lean and never ever go through a rebound. After coaching hundreds of men over the last few years, one thing's become very apparent to me, and is people don't have an issue losing body fat or getting their abs or taking a little bit of body fat off. People have an issue keeping it, maintaining it and sustaining it, and that's what this video is about. Now, let's start with why most diets fail in the first place. I'm going to give you 5 reasons off the top of my head. The first one, people go too low with their calories too quick, okay? We know this one. We all know someone that's done it. I know I've done it before. You cannot sustain a fat loss phase if you slash your calories by 1,000 straight away and you're starving. The person that gets leanest is the person that can sustain their deficit for the longest period of time. So it makes sense that they're not absolutely exhausted straight away. Don't go too low with your calories. Problem number 2 is people obsess over cardio and not over strength training. So people want to lose body fat, men and women, and they start going to loads of classes. They start running everywhere. They start doing Barry's Boot Camp. They're doing F45. And all they do is they have a massive amount of cardio come into their life. They have a massive amount of fatigue, which creates a massive amount of hunger. And then there is no reason to keep muscle because there's no strength training. If the body doesn't need it, it will get rid of it. You end up becoming fitter and fatter at the same time because it creates fatigue and you have no muscle. And that's a terrible time for my doorbell to go off. All right, we're back. Problem number 3 is people have this all or nothing mentality where it's like they're all in for 6 weeks, off we go, or they're nothing. And most of the time it's more nothing than it is all. And people, they're either all in and they're all out. You can go all in and be perfect on your diet and training for 1 month. And then you can be all out and be horrendous for 1 week, and you can 1000% undo the entire month in a week, okay? An all or nothing mentality does not work long term. This is literally what my entire coaching plan is designed around, what my app's designed around, what my coaching links, if you want to have a look at them, are designed around. It's getting people in shape, but keeping them in shape. If you can't sustain the plan, you cannot sustain the results. Reason number 4 is the classic no after diet plan, no reverse diet plan. I'm not going to rave about this, but if you just do a diet for 10 weeks and you know full well you're stopping in 10 weeks, you will start to gain body fat after those 10 weeks because when you finish a diet, you'll be very hungry, you're probably a lot leaner, you're very fatigued, your metabolism isn't what it was. You then go back to eating what you did before without the metabolism and you store body fat very, very quickly. And then mistake number 5 I see is people don't have their diets planned around their lifestyle. These super restrictive diets don't last. You need to be able to fit it into your routine. There's a reason why I've been in shape for 10 years and in proper shape for the last 5 years because I enjoy what I eat. I have foods I enjoy. I drink alcohol in moderation. I go for dinners a few times a week. I just manage my calories. I train hard and I do a bit of extra cardio and steps around around the extra calories to keep myself lean. And I've managed to get myself into a good body composition from doing multiple reverse diets and building my metabolic rate, which I've got videos on, by the way, if you want to watch some of those. So as you can see, those are the kind of top 5 reasons where people tend to go wrong. I'm sure if you watch that, you can relate that you've made those mistakes before. I know I've made those mistakes before, which is why I make sure my clients don't. And now I'm going to go over my 5-step strategy to get lean, to stay lean, to not rebound, and to actually look good all the time instead of just for a photo shoot or for a summer holiday where you're in shape for 7 days before you blow it. Step number 1, okay, we want to try and build muscle, guys. Really focus on building muscle all the time. We have one place where we can build muscle, okay, and that is in the gym. So if your goal is to get in shape, to lose body fat, it's not about doing cardio, it's not about doing classes, it's about building muscle. The more muscle we have, the better our metabolism will be. This means the more food we can eat and the easier it is to stay lean. You can get fit from cardio, yes, but you need to weight train, guys. I have men that watch these videos religiously, get on a call with me. I ask them what their training plan is, and they say, oh, they've got a spin bike in the house and they do 20 minutes at nighttime. And I'm like, how are you going to build muscle on a spin bike for 20 minutes, watching Netflix, having a cup of tea. You need to strength train from your head to your toe. Full body training or a few times a week is all you need, but it is literally the difference between having a good physique and having a shit physique, guys. If your goal is to be lean and stay lean, prioritize building muscle with your training. I'm not saying you have to become a bodybuilder, but you do need to be training with progressive overload and trying to build muscle over time. Plus it creates shape and actually makes you look good. If you lose all your body fat and you have no muscle, you are just skinny and you probably look worse. I'd rather be fat. Now, step number 2 in this strategy is you need to focus on progressing calories up over time. This is massively underrated and I don't see enough people talking about it. We all talk about when we're dieting down, we have to reduce our calories, but what about when we're trying to build a new physique that we can maintain? We need to drive our calories up over time. So if you maintain your body weight on 2,000 calories, if we can get to a point when you can maintain your body on 3,000 calories, you'll have way more muscle and you'll find it way easier to get leaner. And then when you diet down, you can diet down on higher calories, meaning you maintain more muscle. You should spend a lot of the year progressively increasing calories slowly, because it means you won't gain much body fat, as opposed to most of the year trying to diet down like most people do. Of course, there's fat loss phases. Yes, there's maintenance phases. But a lot of your year, if you want to have a great physique and be lean all the time, should be focused around slowly reverse dieting and progressing calories over time without the body kind of feeling it come on. I'm in a position now where I can maintain my body weight at about 3,000 calories a day. If I drop to 2,750, I get shredded to the bone. I get very, very lean. There was a time where I had to diet on 2,000 calories, but I spent years coming up, coming down, coming up, coming down. Not dirty bulks and stupid cuts, sensible conservative cuts, and then really sensible lean gaining phases. Could I have built a tiny bit more muscle if I did some dirty bulks? And yes, but that muscle you lose anyway as you have to diet down for longer because you've got more body fat. I'd much rather be lean like this with muscle than go into a dirty bulk and have a bit more muscle and then be so fat that I've got to diet down and lose it again anyway. Dropping calories in the fat loss phase is important, yes, but slowly reversing up without gaining body fat is the key to looking good long term. Right, we're back after the camera died and then the door rang, we're back. Now, strategy number 3, okay, is when we do want to lean down and get super lean, okay, it is a very moderate deficit, meaning 100 to 200 calories below your maintenance is plenty. Moderate deficit from food, but an aggressive deficit from output, okay? This is where people go wrong. They want to lose body fat, they starve themselves straight away. You put yourself in a fatigue hole. What do you think is going to happen in 2 weeks? You're hungry, it's over for you. Now, when you want to lose body fat, we want to try and create our output, our deficit via our output. So if we maintain our body on 2,500 calories a day, and you want to start to get lean and maintain all your muscle, which is the whole point, you don't want to drop your calories to 1,500, yeah, and go from there. Yes, you'll get lean, but you're not going to be here in 6 weeks. But if we can go from 2,500 and then drop it down to 2,250, and then take steps from 6K to 10K, cardio from nothing to 20 minutes 3 times a week, and then training very, very hard, that sets you up for success. That sets you up for long-term success. That sets you up for keeping your metabolism on fire. It puts you in a good position to make changes. It means you're going to have energy, so you're going to be able to lift better, so you're going to maintain more muscle, and you're still going to lose body fat because the deficit is there. Too often, people just go straight in with a big deficit, and although it's great at the start and you feel good at the start, it's only a matter of time, guys, until you have no energy, crazy appetite, and you crash and burn. These type of plans are not sustainable. I literally created a whole career and coaching and an app on this stuff, making sustainable plans for you guys so you can build muscle properly, lose body fat properly, and maintain it for a lifetime. And if you want to see any of those links, I've got them below in the description box. And that leads me to step number 4. Now, I know I've just said about how we want to drive output up, but you really want to think about like the low-hanging fruit when it comes to losing body fat is increasing your step count. Now, I know everyone knows that, but I track hundreds of trackers and people don't walk, people don't move. If you just rely on cardio to burn calories, it creates a lot of fatigue, okay? If you rely only on dropping calories to lose body fat, it creates a massive amount of hunger and sadness and depression around your life. But if you just increase your cardio a little bit, train hard, decrease your calories just a little bit, and then drive your step count up from 5K to 10K or 10K to 15K, this is the low-hanging fruit. It's easy work. You're not going to pull a hamstring. You're not going to put your back out. You're not going to get so hungry after a walk that you're ravenous and blow your diet. It is going to help with recovery. It is going to help with digestion. It makes you feel good. Go with a friend, listen to a podcast. The key to getting lean, guys, is getting a good amount of steps in, strength training properly, and of course, increasing cardio over time. But I know I said earlier to drive output really, really high, but I don't mean just go and do an hour of cardio every single day. That you want to drive up over time, but steps is the easiest way to burn calories without the fatigue and the muscle soreness that comes with it from everything else. And last but not least, guys, remember, once you do get yourself into a lean position and you are happy, okay, I've literally got hundreds of guys into this position where I've done 12-week transformations with them or 24-week transformations with them. They get lean, they send me the photos, everything's great, and they're gone. And I'm like, no, you can't go from the couch to training like that to the couch again. You'll go back to the couch physique, okay? This is not a big reverse diet thing, but it's have a plan, okay? If you want a long-term result, a great physique, muscle for years and years, being lean all the time, being able to walk around like this all the time because it's just my set point, okay? You have to have a game plan after the deficit. You have to have a game plan after the gaining phase. You always need to be thinking about the next step. If you're in a fat loss phase and you're trying to get lean, that's great. What are you going to do afterwards? How are we going to maintain that? Are you going to go on holiday for 6 weeks? Are you going to go traveling for 3 months? Are you going to stop your plan and then start working really hard again and just stop training? No. This is why we want to be conservative with everything we do, so that eventually when we get to the end of our fat loss phase, we're not thinking, God, I can't wait to stop this and get my life back. You should get to the end of your fat loss phase and think, that wasn't too hard. Now I'm going to increase my calories. Now I'm going to go to this training plan. Now I'm going to focus on that. Always have a game plan afterwards. This isn't it doesn't even have to be a crazy reverse diet, but have a plan in place. This is why I don't like getting people in shape for things like a holiday or a wedding. I've had countless people come to me for weddings, and I always tell them, this is great, but if you train like a madman with crazy motivation, minimal calories, and then go on a honeymoon for 2 weeks and stop training, you can undo 8 weeks of work in 2 weeks. We all know that, okay? Have a game plan after your dieting phase, training plan. That is my 5th step to success. It's so important. And guys, if you want help with any of this stuff, as I said, I've got all the links below. It's all there for you. I'd love to help you guys. And if not, the fact that you're watching this video is good enough for me, and I'll see you in the next one.